here. I have the third up here because of my issues. I did not get the stats done today. Whoops, let me move this over here. Nothing, Ruth, one more time. Okay, nothing much has really changed. And so what I did have time to do is, we've got about a month of inventory. I know it says 25 days, but it's roughly a month because we list things and then we sell things and whatever. But I am going to revise this for today and post it in the group. But right now things are pretty, they haven't changed too much. But what I do want to talk about, since I didn't have time to update my chart, is some other charts that are very important. One of the things that you will notice here is that we were inching up to more homes in the $250,000 to $500,000 range. Starting in January, we started a steady climb from 59%, 68%, 75%, 77%, and then of course the market gets really busy. Well, it gets busy on the listing side and the selling side. That's why that increased, because people were listing their homes. And of course, they were seeing the price appreciation, as you remember. Then it started then the selling started. The buyers came in. And so that went down, down, down. July, it hit the 66% mark and then jumped down to 61%. So for the first time, we have 4 months of pretty steady inventory in the price range between 250 and 500. So I think, that is not going to change too much. Now, it slows down this time of year normally, but we don't know what normal is sometimes anymore. And people don't list as many homes, but I really haven't seen that. If you follow my charts and my trends, people are still listing their homes. Now, why is that? Well, because I think we're doing a very good job of letting people know that, the prices may go down a little bit, especially if the interest rates go up. So because people want to sell their homes and they're going to stay on the market longer if the interest rates have put people out of the market, because people buy the payment, not the price, right? So if you can't afford what you want, sometimes you think you can wait, or you're going to get more money together so that you can get what you want. So we're going to see how all that plays out in the next couple months, with the holidays coming. And then January is usually a pretty slow month. And then we slowly get back into business in February. And you can kind of see that here. See, last November, December, January. And then all of us, November and December, things were down, and then they start creeping back up again. So we'll see how that all plays out this year. Let's see. I have another slide here that I thought was interesting. This one, and along with this previous slide, you will see that July, August, September, October, our median price has really stayed pretty steady. Now, I believe that this chart represents the $1 million homes are thrown in here. So you have to take that into consideration. And I wish the people that did these charts would take that into consideration too, because I still think it's under 410. And I ran the stats the other day, the last couple of days, and I don't think they've updated everything yet. So until we get the final, I'm not going to post what the median price is for October, because I don't think it's been really steadied yet. So that is that about the stats. Now, one of the things yesterday we were talking about, oops, let me hide that guy, was this guy. This guy. Now, if you took the time to read his letter to the shareholders, one thing really stood out to me. Number one, he's really getting out of the house flipping business, as he called it. And do you think it's any coincidence that has anything to do with that our TikTok fella, Gene, who was saying perhaps somebody was, raising the prices for their own gain? I don't know. And perhaps, you never know what's going on behind the scenes anymore. Well, more than we used to, but we still don't know everything. So what I'm saying is that, Whoops, let me see here. I didn't do a check today. Good morning, Karen. I know you'll tell me. I'm sure you can hear me, or you tell me, because I don't have my my other microphone today. So what I'm saying is that perhaps draw your own conclusions for whatever reason. Perhaps this strategy of increasing prices, whoever did it didn't, and I'm not, so I don't know, but I do believe what Gene said on TikTok, because he did his research and he did notice that this happened. And so, was that some type of a last ditch effort or a desperate effort for somebody to perhaps make some money? I'm trying to be very careful here with how I word what I'm saying, but hopefully you can read between my lines. But possibly it doesn't work. What they were trying to do doesn't work. And so then the next thing is, okay, this model isn't working. And when I read the letter, I really, you have to read it a couple times and read between the lines, of course. But they say that they are not completely getting out of the home buying process. However, they are getting out of the home flipping process. Hi, Debbie. Debbie from Advantage Realty. Good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. But they are going to stay in. They have a mortgage company. They have a title company. And I believe they're going to come on with some other services. So this is like their part of what Richard Barton said 3 years ago. They are going to make the home buying process seamless as possible. Well, there's other companies that have title companies and things like that. So I don't know really what the play is going to be going forward with him, but I don't believe they're going to be buying and selling houses. We saw a change when houses came on the market, and they were from Zillow. In our company, I'm talking about things that are not hearsay, but things that I have actual experience with. And they would outbid the highest bidder. They wanted those houses. So I'm not sure what the play was. I mean, was the play that the housing market was going to continue to increase, and then it didn't? I just have a lot of questions, and I'm sure in the future we'll find out. Anyway, y'all might not be as interested in all this as I am, because I'm all about the future and the trends and protecting our real estate industry. And if you've been to one of my social media classes, you know that I spend some time on this issue. And today, because of that, we're going to segue over to how we keep in this market, keep our industry. And one of the big ways is to be branded and prominent in the eyes of the consumer. Now, and the other thing everybody has to know is that OpenDoor is still around. And OpenDoor responded to Zillow's announcement and basically said, oh, we're fine. We've got plenty of money. We're going to continue to do what we do, and so on and so forth. All that remains to be seen. It all remains to be seen, because the market has, as I just showed you, leveled off, which is good. It's getting steadier. We can live with a month of inventory. It'll probably creep up to a month and a half, hopefully in the next 3 to 4 months. And then it might go up a little high, and then it'll, dip down again. So, but nothing's going to change drastically like we've seen in the past. That's my prediction. I think we're headed towards steady times. I think right now the only thing we don't know what's going to happen is the interest rates. Inevitably, they will rise. So y'all have to get into video. I know you're tired of me saying that, but I'm not going to stop. So be it. So Tom Ferry did a show about being a if you see on the bottom here, winning on a hyper local level. So call the people you know, like, and trust you. So we're going to segue and talk about being uber local. And one of the things that Tom Ferry says is, take your phone and see how many contacts you have in your phone. And his theory is that 7% of the people in your phone are interested in what's going on in the market. Now, if you have 2,000 people in your phone, you have to call 2,000 to find the 7% he says, I guess. But probably 2,000 of them aren't clients. But so he's basically talking about clients, just to give you, a little overview of what he's going to say in this podcast. But he is just saying that you have to pay attention to property data over the last 12 months. People want to know what's going on in the market. And because I just showed you those two slides, which can assure people that the market is getting steady. So if I want to be a seller, I might want to buy right now because, I will be able to find something, or you'll be able to find something from them, because now we've taught you how you can go into neighborhoods that people want to move into and find sellers. Everybody kind of has to get into that game. Things change all the time. So let's watch this and then we'll talk about it.
Number 7, if you want to win on the hyperlocal list, you might want to call the people that already know you, like you, and trust you. Now, just for fun, ready? Everybody grab your phone and very quickly go to your phone and go to your contacts. Go to your contacts. Go to your contacts like I just did in your phone. Super important. Everybody's got to do it. And then I want you to go to the very bottom to tell me, scroll down like the pound sign or the XYZ at the very bottom. You just hit that on the side. I have 5,513 contacts. I want to know how many you have. How many people do you have in your phone? Joe Ferrente. Whoa, look at Bob, 4,000. Tasha, 744, 200. Look at these numbers, guys. Oh, you're going to love me and you're going to hate me in a minute. 2,000, 3,200, 4,500, 14,000 contacts in her phone. 2,900. Okay, so you got the idea. Now you ready? Watch this, everybody. Here's what the math tells us today. So keep your phone out. You ready? I want you to take that number and give me the number at 7% of it. What's 7% of that number? What's 7% of that number? So you've got 2,000 people in your phone. I think that's 100 and, 7%, 10% would be 200. So it's like 130, 140. Look at all these numbers. 175, 111, 26, 35, 20, 257, 106. So watch this, everybody. Pay really close attention. If you pay attention to the property data over the last 12 months of both property data and human data, social data, the numbers Gail show right now that 7 to 8% of every person in your phone is thinking about selling their home this year. 7 to 8% of every person in your phone is thinking about selling this year. I really want you to get this point. You are sitting on 35. So, you're sitting on 35 listings right now in your phone, right? Joe Ferrente is sitting on 105. Trinette is sitting on 242. Jackie is sitting on 41, right? Terry's sitting on 160. Rainey is sitting on 86, right? What I want you guys to get is, if you're going to do all these things, which I want you to do to protect your brand, to put you in a position where you are defending yourself against all these monster companies and more, you have to start calling the people in your phone. You have to start talking to the people in your phone. Now, I saw a buddy of mine who I'm going to give a little shout out to. His name is Peter Rader, longtime coaching client. So Peter and I, at the blueprint we did, I think it was earlier in the year, and I forget what month, February, March, whatever it was, I said to Peter, on the Zoom screen, how many people are in your phone? And I forget the numbers, like 1,800 or 1,900. And I said, Peter, I want you to call every person, right? I just saw it, right? March 3rd, 1,207 people on his phone. Now, Peter's out here with us right now. So Peter, you could see when I screenshotted this from my phone and text you and said, I'm going to share these numbers. You can see, my friends, he's had 471 conversations, Amy, with people in his phone. He's had 35 listing appointments, like people that raised their hand Some of them are like, we want to do it in a year. Some of them are, they want to do it now. Some of them are like, we want you to just talk to us. We want to know what our options are. But he's got 7% conversion. Do you guys want to know what his script is? Who would like to know what his script is? Okay, it's really complicated. You ready? I haven't talked to you in forever. How have you been? Peter, did I get that right? Right? He's like, I'm sending you the new data today. Thank you. I haven't talked to you in forever, Suzanne. How are you doing? Oh my God. And now, obviously, they're going to say, I haven't talked to you. How have you been? What's going on? How's your family? How's your life? How's your kids? How's your puppy, right? But if you want the question to ask, it's right here. If you want the question to ask, look at this question, everybody. So after I'm like, Suzanne, how you been? What's shaking? What are you doing? What's new? How's life? How's work? Then I'm going to say, Suzanne, I've been asking everybody I know, how has COVID in the last year plus of the pandemic changed the way you feel about your home? And then you shut up. And you know what you're going to hear? My house is too small. I need more space. I want a backyard. I've been dreaming about a pool. And listen, my friends, be very clear. As more and more people get vaccinated, right? As more and more people feel safe and secure going outside on the coast, mostly, you know what's happening? All those people now, you call them and say, hey, how has COVID changed? And you know what they're doing? They're like, I have been working at the dining room table of my house for the last 15 months. My spouse works in the master bedroom closet. We have a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, and 7-year-old. We've been afraid to go out. And guess what? Now those people are thinking about selling. Look up here, guys. Are they going to go to your site? Are they going to call you? Or do you think they're probably going to go online and start doing research? I think all of you know the truth. They're going to go online. They're going to do what everybody else does. What are homes selling for in my area? Let me go on Zillow. What's the latest estimate? What are homes selling for? They're going to go on Redfin. They're going to go on Realtor. They're going to go on all these sites, my friends, because it's easy. So what must we do? What must we do? We got to get comfortable and confident and start carving out an hour or two every day to reach out to everyone that already knows us, likes us, and trusts us. And by the way, look up here. All those companies and the other 40 companies would prefer that you didn't. Do you guys get that? They would prefer that you didn't do it and you kept looking for the secret formula to suddenly have all of your clients reach out to you. But hand-to-hand combat is still where it's at. So what else should you say? Hey, home price appreciation has been this, right? Sellers in 2021 that sell are going to capitalize on record low interest rates. They're going to capitalize on the shortage of properties, massive buyer demand. Hey, so far this year, home prices in Tulsa, Oklahoma are up 18%. You start giving them this information, and then you ask, who do you guys know that's thinking about selling? I promise you, if you just ask this question after saying, how's it going? You won't have to get into any of this, but you should know all these details because you're the hyperlocal expert. Now, I will tell you, in addition, should you mail all of your past clients from 2010 to 2018 an updated home valuation? What do you guys think? Doing 5, 6 of those a day and then following up, right? I'm 5 weeks into my career, second week into Tom Ferry coaching with Coach Frank Herrera, who's been who has me calling everybody in my database and tracking 2.5 hours a day. I'm having amazing conversations and leads from folks I would have never expected. Mark French, Austin, Texas, one of the hottest markets in the country. Mark, that's the power of having a coach. Absolutely, yes. Good job. All right, now you ready? Before you say, hey, Tom, I'm brand new and I don't know anybody, look at this. You know what's also working right now? If you're new and you're like, I moved here from Salt Lake City, I'm now living in Phoenix, Arizona, I don't know anybody, this would be low on my list of things to do, but I want you to know it works. They're literally calling and saying, hey, my name is Tom Ferry. I don't know if you know this, but a property just sold down the street. It had 6 offers on it and sold for what looks like 18% more than the asking price. But here's the problem. 6 offers meant 5 buyers are crying right now because they desperately want to live in your neighborhood. I'm curious, do you know anybody that's thinking about selling? I'm curious, would you like a crazy offer on your home? And agents are doing this, William. Legendary agents are doing it with them and their teams. And it's just been nuts. Look at Terry says, I got 47 offers on a recent listing. And the biggest mistake that we make is we go, yay, 47 offers. Oh my God, my seller's so happy. But what about the remarketing in that community? Because you're sitting on 46 other buyers. And there's a reason why 47 were writing an offer. I have a feeling there wasn't 12 houses to choose from. Think about it, my friends.
So let me hide him and get him out of here. Okay. So interesting. Some interesting things I want to bring to your attention. He gave you a script, real easy, and now more than ever, people want to know what's going on. And now more than ever, you can say, I'm calling you to let you know things have slowed down a little bit. Things are steadier, but we still need more inventory. It won't be as difficult for me to find you a home right now because prices aren't going crazy. Interest rates are still low, something like that you can say. And I want to here's one of the biggest takeaways from what Zillow announced. What 1,000 Watt, which is a analytical company who interviewed Zillow a couple months ago. Zillow said they were calling 1 million people a day in the United States. Well, guess what? Zillow's not calling them anymore. Zillow is not calling them anymore. So you call them. If Zillow can call them, you can call them, and you are the person they know, like, and trust. So this is such a perfect storm, a perfect opportunity for this time of the year when things get a little slower, for you to be able to go and talk to people, call them, reach out to them one way or another so that you can have a conversation. It all starts with that conversation. And he gave you a script. The script, look, he says, let's see, I wrote it down, actually. I thought it was so good. And he says, hey, Karen, how have you been? I'm so happy to talk to you. I haven't talked to you for so long. How are you doing? Oh my God. And now obviously they're going to say, well, I haven't talked to you either. How have you been? What's going on? How are you? Da, 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 da. But then here it is. If you want the question to ask, here's the question. The pandemic we're finally out of the pandemic. How do you feel about your home? Do you have any interest in more space, less space, a pool, anything like that? Did the pandemic and being in your home make you perhaps see it differently? Perhaps you want to upgrade it. If I can help you, perhaps you want to refinance it. I can help you there. So offer a service to them. And then you can say, if you know of anybody else who might want to sell their home, we're always looking for more inventory. We have about a month of inventory right now. Prices have been steady. The inventory has been steady. And so we're looking for more listings because the buyers are still coming into the market. And we have 139 people moving here to Las Vegas every day. So if you know someone, or you might be interested, let me know. Anyway, that's kind of how the script goes. And it can get you business. And it's going to not just get you business. It's going to get you what I call, relationships for your future business. Once you start talking to people more often, calling them, giving them valuable data, you are having qualified opportunities just go into your database. And then, of course, when you talk to them, you can tell them that you put out a monthly report, or you can send them do they want to be on your valuable newsletter? Then you get their email address, and now you can email them what's going on to stay in touch with them, constant contact. And then, of course, you have their phone number. So guess what you can do? You can do a video. And I want to segue a little bit here too, since it's late in the morning. I want to segue quickly to a video that I want you to look at and see if you could possibly create this video. And this video is, this fella is from Washington State. And let's see if I can get it up here. Come on, here we go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, I'm still a little on. Okay, so I'm going to play this, and then we're going to talk about it.
The listing services you will receive from Hillshire Realty Group are built around maximizing your goals. The first thing we focus on is hiring great real estate brokers. When you look around our company, you will see a highly ethical, empathetic, and competent group. This is an advisory business, and we wear lots of hats in real estate, from marketer to economist to negotiator. We want to make sure our clients have the highest level of representation. We know that exposure is everything. The more your house is viewed, the higher the likelihood it will sell for the highest price and most ideal terms. To enhance exposure for your home, we execute a coordinated marketing campaign designed to cast the widest possible net. We use traditional tactics such as professional photography, video, direct mail, signage, and open houses, as well as cutting-edge online multimedia campaigns comprised of many different media channels, including Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and thousands of other real estate websites to make sure your home is seen everywhere. The result is a trackable, dynamic marketing plan that will convey a finely crafted story to every potential home buyer. When searching for a home, buyers will go through extensive comparison shopping, with much of their concern focused on price and location. With the ease of finding information on the internet, buyers today are highly educated on the real estate market's activity and pricing. We take a data-driven approach combined with decades of experience to help our clients price their homes to make sure we maximize results while still appearing attractive to buyers. If you've been thinking about selling your home, we would love to sit down with you to create your tailored plan.
Unmute me. So that was a minute and a half, maybe a little bit long, but it was an introduction video, and he used a green screen, but the homes were just pictures. And then someone like Arcane would put down the marketing that they do, the photography, the online, and so on and so forth, how they put the seller's home on the various online sites. But it's simple, and not enough people are doing this. So I am going to, like I said, when we plan for 2022, we've got to plan time to do video and get a couple videos. You can batch them. Like if you come in and book our green room, you can batch these videos. You just have to have your script, and here's your script. And don't come in there without knowing it, because we've got to charge you, and the faster you get in and out, the less you pay. And we can put whatever behind the photos behind you, make them look like they're a video, because we just zoom them in and out so it looks like they're moving. And then we can put your contact information on. We can scroll down what you do. We have one that has we have our own scripts too. But if you want to do something simple like that, please do it. Please do it, because OpenDoor is still around. They're still here. Redfin's still around. There's still other companies out there after us. Not like Zillow was, but we still have to create a book of business of qualified opportunities for our future. And that begins with introducing yourself to people. And then you just text it to them, or you email it to them, and you definitely put it on your website. And just so you know, in our market, the number one, if you watch the stats, number one was Zillow. And that's going to go away. Those are so many opportunities for you. And the iBuyer market is like 8% of our market, and Zillow is going to cut that in half. That's what I predict, with them being out of our market. So that gives us so many more opportunities. And you know what? There's going to be agents that are going to strike while the iron is hot, so they say. So that's what you have to do. And I'm going to end the show today with saying have a wonderful Thursday. We have a class on Monday, contracts, buyer brokerage. Please sign up at be.vegas. We've already got a nice crowd that signed up, but it counts for, if you Zoom, it counts for live classroom. And if you come into the classroom, you get a free lunch. So there's no reason not to take these classes while they're available by Zoom. We think that they're going to continue to be available by Zoom, but we don't know for sure. So in the meantime, enjoy getting your credits from the comfort of your home, or come in. We'll always invite you in and have a free lunch. So we love you all. Thank you so much. Please have a wonderful day. And we look forward to being the CEO of your life by creating a great business plan for the next 4 or 5 years. Thank you, everybody. I love you.